Hi there and welcome to the Nido Marketing YouTube channel. I'm Camilla Campuzano, the Community Manager of Montessori Thrive and Nido Marketing, and I make videos every week to help Montessori school leaders find a sense of support when it comes to school leadership and market their schools to ultimately grow their enrollment. In this week's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can cultivate school ambassadors. School ambassadors are such an important part of your overall marketing strategy because testimonials and word of mouth are really important in the Montessori space when it comes to marketing. When you have great ambassadors, you have storytellers for your school and future Montessorians. So it's important to be able to nurture and cultivate this community of ambassadors for your own school. I'll be sharing my favorite strategies for building community, getting testimonials, and finding those lifelong ambassadors. So first, let's briefly talk about the benefits of creating ambassadors. So what's in it for you, and why should you be putting effort towards creating ambassadors for the future? First and foremost, you're going to be raising Montessori awareness, and this is beneficial to the Montessori community as a whole. When you cultivate a group of ambassadors and people who are passionate about your mission and Montessori, it's beneficial for Montessori all across the board. So that is really important, especially as we really want to cultivate a future generation of Montessori students, teachers, and parents. Secondly, word of mouth. This is great for marketing, especially in the school space. Parents talk, and when they're happy about their child's schooling, they want to share that with the community. So ultimately, by cultivating ambassadors and people who are passionate about your school and mission, you're going to be getting great word of mouth marketing, which is trustworthy marketing, as people are social creatures. It's important. Thirdly, it's important to get testimonials and reviews for your school. If you're not using testimonials and reviews as part of your marketing strategy in the school space, you're lacking. This is incredibly important because people think, again, on a social scale. They want to think about, are other people happy? How have other people experienced this? All of this is important when they're making decisions about their child's schooling. So having testimonials and reviews is crucial to your overall digital marketing strategy. You're also building trust with your local community. When people are happy with your school and they have a positive experience, you can become a pillar of your local community. It's important to have that. Also, it's a great way to keep in touch with alumni and families for years to come. This is beneficial because it's important to keep touch with people who become successful after they have experienced your programs. This is going to be a great marketing tool. So it's great to plant those seeds, nurture them, and then reap the reward. So when you have a child who gets into an Ivy League school or just manages to get into their dream career, you can share those success stories with parents and inspire them to become Montessori parents. And lastly, that brings me to inspire future Montessorians. Again, we're dealing with teacher shortages. Sometimes it's hard to get parents on the same page when it comes to understanding Montessori philosophy. When you have ambassadors, you're inspiring future Montessorians. So you're recruiting future teachers. You're planting those seeds to make people fall in love with the philosophies that you fell in love with. So all of these things are beneficial and reasons why you should definitely be nurturing ambassadors in your community. So let's dive into how you can actually start finding these ambassadors, nurturing them, and actually getting them to either leave you a testimonial, work with your school, inspire future Montessorians, etc. So first and foremost, the easiest way, and probably the one thing that I would recommend you start with from this video, is you need to have a way for families to submit testimonials that is easy. The key word here is easy, because parents are busy. If it's hard for them to submit testimonials, if there's a lot of loopholes or obstacles for them, it becomes too much work. That's the reality. Parents are busy. They don't have time to sit down and write a whole letter to your school. Some may, and some are willing to, but it's important to have a quick way for them to submit this information. This is where a CRM or a client relationship manager is incredibly useful. If you don't have a CRM or you're not using anything like that on the back of your website, you could be missing out on opportunities just to automate and make your life a little bit easier. But using a CRM means that you can create a form on your website. You can send out emails periodically throughout the year. They'll just send out automatically asking for a review. You can do this manually as well, meaning that you're going to have to craft the email yourself, send it out yourself manually, all of this. And that takes a little bit more time, but it's also something that is incredibly worth it to do, because collecting testimonials is ultimately what is going to help your school when it comes to marketing. You want that social word of mouth. You want the good reviews. All of these things are valuable. You can also request Google reviews. This is easy. Google, you can just send a Google review link. You can send it to happy parents. Most of the time, unfortunately, parents who are really angry, hopefully we don't have that situation, they're going to just leave a review without being asked. Hopefully, we're able to maximize on all of the good reviews to where those bad reviews are really hidden, or it's one versus, 30 good reviews. But if you see a happy parent who has fallen in love with your school, is really living your mission, just privately ask them to send you a good Google review. People do look at this. So it's important to have a good amount of Google reviews that are positive, and make sure they take the time to, type up a little, message so that people can read why they're happy at your school. But ultimately, my favorite way is to set up automations with your CRM to send out these emails throughout the year. Oh, if you're happy with our school, please send us a review. It really helps us. It helps us because we can put these reviews on our website. It helps us recruit new families, etc. You can also create a form on your website. This is easy. You can just remind parents, whenever you're happy, or whenever you have time to leave a review, you can go on our website, you fill out this form. It takes less than 5 minutes, and you can have that review. You can use it on your website or use it however you need in your marketing. So it's important for them to be able to submit this information easily and under 5 minutes. That's the key. Another great way to really cultivate and nurture long-term ambassadors, and these are the people who are going to keep coming back. They're going to be volunteering, they're going to be sharing their stories, they're going to be connecting with your community, is to create community online. This is the best tool for schools because oftentimes building community online is completely free. It just takes time and effort, but it doesn't cost you anything. And you can keep a really close-knit of group of students who are willing to come back and help your school in many ways. And you can do the same with parent communities online. Now, I recommend you watch our video on creating and cultivating community online, especially building Facebook groups. We have a video on that. You can click the link. But never underestimate the power of using social media and online tools to help you build community. We should definitely be cultivating this energy when it comes to how we're going to nurture these ambassadors. So first and foremost, create groups for alumni. Now, we know this is hard if you have a school that only has early childhood programs, because obviously a 6-year-old is not going to have a Facebook account yet, but you can keep in touch with parents if that's the case. But if you have a middle school program, an adolescent program, or even a upper elementary program, you can create online groups on Facebook for alumni to keep in touch. This is a great way for them to share their successes, to just keep in touch with one another, support one another, because it's nice to look back and see what your peers have accomplished. And you could have a teacher or even a parent who's on your board or part of your school manage the group. This means that the group will be monitored. Everything that will be posted will be, of course, made sure that it's appropriate, etc. There'll be group guidelines. This is important. Also, you can do the same thing with parent groups. If parents want to keep in touch with one another, maybe they're interested in seeing how their kids grow and develop. They want to maybe form a reading club, things like this. All of this can be a way for you to build community online and keep in touch with those families. Then, in 10 years' time, when those children are ready to go to college or have gotten into a great high school program and they're in AP classes, you can touch base with the parents or the students and be like, oh, well, would you love to share how Montessori has helped you get here? How did it inspire you? And you can share those stories on your website or even in a video. Ask families to send you graduation letters and photos in the future as well. Even if you have only, a toddler program or primary program, say, we love it when parents share, their graduation, their senior photos with us, share where you're going to college, what you're planning to do with your future. All of this can be a great way for you to then circle back with them and be like, wow, can you share about how Montessori helped you get there? These are great ways for you to just touch base with those communities and get those great testimonials and reviews that are going to help you market your school. If you want to have great ambassadors and testimonials and reviews for your school, you really need to know how to scope out and find your champions, both in the parent community and the alumni community, as well as in the staff community. Don't underestimate staff testimonials. Keep a close eye on your community and just see who you think would make a great ambassador. What parents are really involved? What parents are truly living and breathing your school's mission? They're fully engrossed in Montessori. They love it. They're thriving. They're having a great experience with it. Same goes for your staff. keep an eye on these people and nurture them. These are the people that you want to keep giving volunteer opportunities for. You want to invite them to maybe join your board, invite them to participate more in the school. So keep an eye on these people. And of course, if they have the bandwidth for it, ask them to be more involved. The worst they can do is say no. Also, ask great students to come back and volunteer. Obviously, this is more appropriate for maybe an older group of students, so maybe upper elementary or higher. But oftentimes, colleges look for volunteer time nowadays when it comes to your college application. So maybe you can find a way for your school to offer volunteer hours so that those people can be kept close in your community. They can, of course, become lifelong Montessori lovers and Montessorians. And they can, of course, spread that great word of mouth that that's what you want ultimately, that, your school is nurturing, it gives you opportunities beyond the classroom, and it's helping you, achieve your dreams, whether it's go to college, get into a certain career, etc. So you really want to know how to scope out these people, how to nurture them, how to invite them to do more at your school, and ultimately all of that will come back to you. So let's say now you've reached the point where you have an easy way for parents to submit testimonials and reviews. You're building community online, whether it's on Facebook groups or on an online forum that you've created, and you're constantly scoping out these ambassadors, nurturing them, giving them opportunities to be more involved in your school. Now let's talk about how you can cultivate all of these things into actual marketing strategies for your school and how you can apply them to help you grow your enrollment and grow your Montessori community, because that's ultimately the goal here. So first and foremost, I mentioned this earlier, but you must be including testimonials throughout your website. Put them on your homepage, but put them on your program information page, on your enrollment and admissions page. Put them everywhere. It doesn't hurt to have testimonials. They're always beneficial. Ask alumni if they'd be willing to participate in testimonial videos. Get staff testimonial, parent testimonials, everyone. And maybe they'd be on board with, doing a video. It's great to invest in a little bit of video production, record a video one time after you have maybe 10 people that you can sit down and tell their story about Montessori. You can add this to your website, to your YouTube channel, and your social media, and you can use it for your advertisements. This is extremely beneficial. People want to hear how Montessori has influenced them. They want to hear those stories. They want to hear that they've had success with you. This is ultimately going to be great for your marketing. Send Google review links to happy families. I said this earlier, but it's super easy to do. You want to make sure the families are happy. You know for a fact they're going to leave a positive review. This is just going to help you get that 5-star rating on Google. And people do look at this because Google reviews is one of those things that is popular and people do look at when they're making big decisions. And finally, post great testimonials and reviews on your socials and digital ads. So if you're running Facebook ads, you can include testimonials as part of your ads, share your success stories, and post them on your social media profiles. It's free to do. So if you have an Instagram or if you have a Facebook and you just have a great testimonial quote that you want to share, post about it. Share these success stories, whether it's staff, parents, or alumni. It's all going to come back to you. It's valuable. Social proof in the Montessori marketing space is essential. I hope this has helped you understand how to cultivate and how to apply ambassadors, testimonials, and reviews in your school marketing. I hope you found this video helpful. I'd love to hear how you're able to nurture and cultivate school ambassadors in your own Montessori school community. You can leave your ideas and strategies in the comments below. We love to see them, and it always can help another Montessorian who's watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll be back with another Montessori marketing and school leadership video next week. Until then, take care.